of the major knocks against Austin, Texas has been its lack of ethnic diversity when it comes to culinary items. And no, Tex-Mex does not count as culinary diversity. We're here today at the Russian House at the corner of Trinity and East 5th. Now, Vladamir and Varda are a couple of Russian imports. He is a chef, she's the front of the house, and they brought this all from Russia to Austin. I'll tell you what, it's really something. The food, the life, the cuisine. You know, most of us don't know anything about Russia except what we see in movies. Remember From Russia with Love, for God's sake, and Olga Kreb? Well, it's time we took a second look. The Russian House is a fun, tasty, and occasionally raucous dining and drinking establishment where dozens of vodkas flow along with authentic offerings from the kitchen. My own experience with Russian food has been limited to several trips to the Russian tea room in New York and private dinners with friends. But after several visits, I must say I'm pretty pleased with what I've had here at the Russian House. And the classical julienne is a great appetizer, initiated, of course, with a shot of vodka. Woo! The wild mushrooms baked in a sour cream sauce, extremely tasty, and they linger on the back of your palate. The Russian blini is a light and ancient Russian dish. I tried the salmon blini, it was stellar. Beautiful texture, almost gossamer thin, and subtle, lovely flavors. Another appetizer that digs deep into the culinary history of Ukraine is the salo, which is essentially lard with caraway seeds and garlic. Okay? Doesn't sound like your cup of tea? Well, it wasn't mine either until I tried it. Absolutely delicious, kind of like a chicharron without the deep frying, and always served cold. The famous Russian piroshki, not to be confused with the Polish pierogi, was quite good, but I thought a bit on the stale side from the bun standpoint, detracted just a bit. The famous borscht, a Ukrainian soup with beet at its core, is exceptionally flavorful and finished with a dollop of sour cream. Then we tried the golubtsi, a hearty cabbage dish stuffed with beef, pork, and rice. This reminds me of a dish my Hungarian grandmother chef used to make years ago. I haven't had anything this good since. I went nuts over the lamb shank and sweet and sour sauce. The lamb was fall off the bone tender, the sauce was delicious, and I don't think really sweet and sour is the apt description. How about just marvelous? The house-made pelmeni is a simple dumpling dish made with minced meat and an herb butter sauce. You want to see something that is absolute perfection? Wow, unreal. Russian ravioli. Now, there's another thing that Americans will have to get used to at the Russian House. Most of us, for example, we have beef stroganoff, are used to sour cream, noodles. Now, take a look at this. Got the sour cream there, but it's served with mashed potatoes. Culture shock. But you know what? After I started eating it, I didn't care about the noodles. It was very good. Another dish you may very well like is the uha. You got to start out once again, of course, there are probably a lot of dishes where you could start this way, with a shot of vodka. That was rovia. Woo! Made of rooster, crawfish, small fishes, sturgeon, perch. It kind of looks like a stew and a soup at the same time. Let's take a look. Look at that. I can't find the rooster, but does it really matter? This looks excellent. You know, some say the Russian word for water comes from vodka. Whatever. They got a lot of great vodkas, especially the infused ones, right here behind me at the Russian House. I also suggest you join their vodka club. You don't know about vodka? That's the place to go. I also suggest you try their wonderful Sunday brunch from 11 to 4. And you know, when it comes to their lunch and dinner, I've got one word. Nazdrovya. For the Russian House, I'm RobBalon, dining out, wishing you as always, bon appetit.